Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today we are going to be talking about Palantir, followed by a little bit of technical analysis after a bit of news. I'm going to also go and address the institutional activities as well as insider activities for this one and what I think about that. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So Palantir, I covered this one multiple times before. You will find my previous video in the description below as always. A quick thing, they have multiple different softwares such as Foundry, Gotham, and Apollo. And they're not only a data management company, but more of a tech solutions company with a lot of power in terms of software engines such as SaaS. And they have almost unlimited capabilities when it comes towards technology and software. You're able to quickly see some of their solutions, including AI, machine learning, automotives, legal intelligence, intelligences, and etc. Now, some of the latest news that we have includes yesterday, Palantir awarded $111 million contract to provide mission command platform to the United States Special Operations Command. Now this one here, it's an inclusive of options with $52.5 million executed upon award. The total contract includes a base year and one option year. Now from what we see previously is that Palantir has been really good at getting that option year and extending contracts, so that's definitely something to look for. Palantir's platform has been used by USSOCOM in real-time mission operations to interpret with other components of the global situation awareness architecture since 2016. Moving on as well down to here towards a quote, when the special operations are risking their lives in no-fail scenario, they deserve technologies that work. Our partnership with USSOCOM was one of the first in the US military, and we are honored to keep providing technology that gets the job done while we partner on the future on what is possible. Now, really, this is more of just a potential of getting more contracts from that side of the US Army or military. So the next one is on 24th of May. Palantir and Space Force expand partnership. And it goes something like this. So right on here, the Space and Missile Systems Center, Cross Mission Ground in Communication Enterprise, and NORAD Northcom. This is a firm fixed price award totaling $32.5 million based on the award given by the teams I've just mentioned above. Now, Palantir will deploy and maintain Palantir's as Data as Services DAS platform to support SMC's and ECX's Space Command and Control Program element, including operations or operational users at both the National Space Defense Center and the Combined Space Operations Center. Department of Air Force Project Brown Heron will use Palantir to provide the U.S. Air Force senior leadership with a continuously improving operational readiness analytics platform by integrating disparate data sources from across the services. Again, more expansions towards the US militaries in different parts. So you get to see, based on the news, a lot of that is continuously seen in terms of different revenues growth, etc., contracts, and the list goes on from almost all around the world, including, for instance, the Royal Navy. Now, the next thing I do want to cover here is some of the institutional buyers. Now, institutional buyers have been a little bit mixed. In general, you get to see some additions, some subtractions, but in general, it's more bullish and bearish. You get to see the differences are more of hundreds of thousands of shares on the bullish side. Now, there's some couple of things I do want to address. First off, the price over book. That's 23.18. The current SP 500 is closer to 5. And the price over sales is 39.15. The current SP 500 is closer to 4. So you get to see it's multiple times more. Now the forward price over earnings is 111.41, which is a little bit interesting because that is higher or a lot higher than what the SP 500 would give. And the EPS this year was around negative 83.30. I'm not sure if this is accurate, but the EPS for the next 5 years is around 49.39, and the EPS next year is 44.06. So the next year and the 5 years are actually positive. And so that is a bullish thing. Things are mixed. For instance, the price over sales is a little bit too high because the tech is already inflated massively. So that's something that is a norm with the tech. Price over book is 23.18. So if we want to look into tech, you know what? Let's just go on quickly with Microsoft. So Microsoft, if you were to go down, you're able to see that the price over sales and the price over books is already higher than the market's average. Now we can take a look at some other companies. Let's say Amazon, which is a little bit different, but still in the tech atmosphere. Price over book is 1572. So you get to see some are more bullish than others in terms of the tech valuation, etc. But in general, the tech industry usually has these price over book and price over sales not in the best kind of valuation. Now, the next thing I do want to cover is insiders. So for insiders, you get to see almost continuous sales from insiders regarding their shares. Now, granted that this is an IPO and some of them want to bank some money on it. Some people do conversions, hold it for a little and then sell, but we haven't seen a single buy. Now, granted as well, there's limitations for the amount of shares they can hold in order to stay in indexes, etc., or in compliances, but you get to see constant sales, and that might not look good in a sense if it's not explained properly. Now, from the stock price forecast, you're seeing a low of 17 bucks, a median of 20, and a high of 30. This is respectively negative 25.9% downside from where we're at right now. Median is negative 12.9% from where we're at, and high is positive 30.7% from where we are currently at. Now, the current analyst recommendations, you have 2 buys, 4 holds, and 3 sells. So the average come out to be somewhere around hold analysis. Now, the next thing I do want to cover before moving on towards technical analysis, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click that like button down below. And if you would like to subscribe, the link is right here on the bottom right. Subscribe and turn notifications on. Now, from a technical analysis standpoint of view, what we get to see is that the price point is currently above all moving averages. And that is definitely something that is very bullish from this standpoint of view. Now, if we were to look into things like 10 SMA being above 30 EMA, etc., all that stuff, it's still very bullish when you average everything out. Now, the current 80X and what we get to see here is that it is retracting just a little, yet there is an actual chance of it to pick up on the bullish side. Now, the William %R is more off a little bit closer to the overbought than oversold, but closing in towards the neutral side. MACD here, you're getting to see that it's actually incredibly increasing in the histogram size, and that dictate one thing, that it's actually bullish, and that's definitely a good shape or a good view for it to continuously progress towards the bullish side. Momentum is actually bullish at 405. So all in all, from the technical standpoint of view, you're seeing more bullish indicators than bearish indicators. Now, the other thing I do want to look at here is the stochastic fast and stochastic slow. Both are a little bit giving you a warning that might be a little bit of a pullback. Look where the next support is. And if we were to look into the moving average band and the Bollinger Bands, it's expected for this one to trade at 23.27 on the Bollinger Band top and 18.25 in the bottom. Meanwhile, the moving average bands is between 22.83 and 18.68. So we can expect for them to trade within those kind of ranges. Now, the current support level is at 22.70. Below there, 17.43 based on the Fibonacci retracements. And then above on the resistances, you're looking at 26.95, 31.20, 37.26, and 45 bucks. Now, on the price line action, you see that there is a very strong interest point support at 22.76. If we break this, we might be a bit of in trouble. But the next strong support one is at 21.51. Below there, 20.08. Below there, you're looking at 18.38. Below there, you're looking down towards the 16.90 and then to the 14.46. Significant resistances, you're looking into 24.29, going upwards to 25.60, 27.47, 31 bucks, and then from there on, 34.58. Going to 36.05 and then 38.38. Now, comes to the question to head. What do you think about Palantir? Well, it's a no-brainer that this company will continuously see in the next decade growth internally. Now, first off, this company is focusing on what they're actually doing and pumping the stock price. A lot of people are recognizing that this is a massive tech company in the future, and so they're putting a lot of money in here. The valuation and fundamentals didn't catch up yet. And that's fine, because it takes time to catch up on it. Now, it's currently trading on an intrinsic value, and I would say probably at a value of 3 or 4 years from now. But in a sense, if it does continuously take that trend, it's easy to see that this company will probably be $50 a share within the next 5 years. Now, what do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.
Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.